welcome to our Connecting with Community Awards special. The Connecting with Community Awards program was created 5 years ago through our own collaborative efforts with our community partners, Huntington Bank, Metro Health Hospital, Art Van Furniture, Grand Valley State University, Grand Rapids Community Foundation, and Amway. We wanted to find out how other groups in West Michigan are working together to solve problems and address needs. So we asked you, our viewers, to tell us how you are connecting with community. We received many nominations and narrowed it down to 8 finalists with some amazing stories, of which we plan to share with you tonight. We will also share the winner of our Connecting with Community Awards, which was announced at our celebration this month. Our first Connecting with Community Awards finalists took a creative approach to offer high school students a unique opportunity in preparing them for a new career. We went to their classrooms both in and out in the field, and here's what we learned. With more than 60 experts and mentors, this Connecting with Community finalist works with high school students, exploring the world of design and construction.
The Academy for Design and Construction is just a program for students who have an interest in design or construction. They take classes that are specific to design, and then they do an internship at a design firm. And then if they choose the construction pathway, both their junior and senior year, they build a Habitat for Humanity house. When they're incoming 9th graders, they have, they're paired with a mentor from the industry, who the idea is that that person will stay with them their whole 4 years.
It is really great because she's been there for me every step of the way, and to have someone like a role model who actually works in the industry you were trying to pursue is a great thing. She's more than a mentor to me now. She's like a friend and a really, really close one.
I love her. She's another daughter for me.
We're preparing the students with exactly what they need when they're done with high school, so that they can enter the world of work, or they can go on to, you know, a post-secondary education.
I kind of like grew up a little bit. I'm like more mature about what I'm more focused on what I'm gonna do next.
I have mentors who are looking to actually hire their mentees.
We gain the next generation of home builders or interior designers or electricians.
We have been able to open their eyes to, I didn't know that I could do this, but I think I can. It changes their lives and ours at the same time.
You gain so much more than what you give. It is an amazing experience.
I'm going to be graduating in June, and after that I am going to go to GRCC for 2 years to be an interior designer, and then after that go to MSU for another 2 to get my interior design degree.
Good health and nutrition is something we all strive for. This Connecting with Community Award finalist works with an often forgotten segment of the population, the homeless. Nursing students and nutritionists volunteer to help make lasting, healthy new habits.
I came in March of 2011, fresh out of a halfway house with a couple felonies, no job prospects, just the clothes on my back, not even a jacket.
We've taken a holistic approach to this. This is about recovery, it's about God, it's about relationships, but it's also about health, and it's about nutrition.
We used to see here at Guiding Light was when the guys came here, they would gain weight because they didn't necessarily have a lot to do. The food they were being served wasn't very nutritious.
So we needed to do some education for the neighborhood in regards to what is the benefit of eating healthier when you have the choice. What about smaller portion sizes? What about reducing your fat and fried foods and eating more fruits and vegetables?
Together developed menus and training programs and exercise programs and regimens.
During that time, I lost 30 pounds. It also helped me in the aspect that I'm a diabetic.
They're concerned about their health just like everybody else.
Blood pressures are going down, weight when we're doing our interventions are more stable.
If I can bring students into this who see the homeless population as having special gifts and talents, and they are capable and they don't need to be enabled, they can be empowered to do this, then I think that's a win-win for not only the men but community and the students.
If you give to the mission, they're going to give back to you. If you're committed, you can make it. They'll give you the time.
The individuals in Heartside didn't wake up to be in Heartside. They shouldn't be entrapped. You know, I guess what I'm trying to do is train men, and I'm also trying to train the community at the same time.
This joint project identifies families who are in critical need of support. The lifeline of this Connecting with Community finalist helps to close the gap for some basic needs. We were there to see how it works and what a mom said it meant to her kids. Starting school with a brand new pair of shoes can make such a difference in the self-esteem of a child. This Connecting with Community finalist is on the front lines of community need.
At In the Image, we try to collaborate with multiple partners throughout the community. Talk about connecting with community, that's all we do. You know, when I came to In the Image almost 4 years ago, one of the things that impressed me the most was the Shoes program. Shoes help our elementary students. And all I could think about was, how do we grow this? How do we make this bigger? How do we not just help 5,000, 6,000 kids? How do we help all the kids that really need help?
I have 5 kids of my own. I also took on my sister's 2 children through the state. The one thing a kid is going to get bullied about is what they wear to school. Where this place, that's what they do. They make it more, your children more acceptable to go to school. They give you everything you need.
One of the partners that helps with large donations of product is KIDS in New York.
Do a lot of footwear, shoes, socks, things like that. Those are such important items for the kids as they're going back to school. Clothes for their backs, coats, hats, products like that. And then, of course, the diapers. We move a tremendous amount of diapers through here. We know that through In the Image, we're able to work with so many different nonprofits and different agencies here in Michigan by partnering with In the Image and collaborating with them.
This wasn't here, it would just be devastating. It would be sad to watch the families that it helps try to figure out other ways to make ends meet.
Not only do we affect 900 families daily through our doors, but we're working with 30 different organizations, sometimes up to 40 different organizations locally, every day by giving them product. Your community is not just where you can touch physically, it's where if we interlock arms or hold hands, we reach so much further out. And that's what a true community is.
When we come back, we'll meet a community that came together to offer their children a place to learn and be successful. We'll visit a home where everyone, despite their challenges, is family. And meet some talented young adults working hard to overcome their challenges to get the job. We'll be right back. The Connecting with Community Awards, supported by our community partners.
At Huntington, we believe in doing the right thing, like connecting with community and volunteering for Habitat for Humanity's Women Build.
Women Build is a great opportunity for women to team up to help hardworking families become homeowners while learning new skills.
Habitat for Humanity builds hope and transforms lives.
Get involved with Habitat today by visiting habitatkent.org.
Connecting with community, doing the right thing to make life even better right here in West Michigan.
At Metro Health, we're passionate about how you experience healthcare. The proof is in our neighborhood outpatient centers where we offer the personal, respectful, and compassionate healthcare you deserve. From accessing your medical records when you want them, to reaching your doctor when you need them, to facilities that protect the environment, and classes to improve your life. Connecting with community, offering a difference you can feel, because your health is our passion.
One thing that we hold very near and dear to us is anything that has to do with families, with children, and with health and human services.
To see the people that are working so hard, the people that are really making a difference.
We've donated about $500,000 into West Michigan alone, and it's had a big impact on those charities. Giving back to our neighbors and supporting those who serve others is another way that Aardman is connecting with community.
Our biomedical engineering students apply problem-solving skills to enhance people's quality of life. Hi, I'm Tom Haas, president of Grand Valley State University. They've been working with Lincoln Developmental Center in Grand Rapids to help individuals operate their own wheelchairs. They designed a product that allows standard wheelchairs to simulate power wheelchairs, giving more freedom and mobility. Grand Valley State University is improving lives and connecting with community.
We're proud of our partnership with Grand Rapids Public Schools. Hi, I'm Diana Seeger with Grand Rapids Community Foundation. Our Challenge Scholars Program is creating a college-going culture that helps students focus on their future and be prepared to succeed after high school. Kids can't do this alone. They need help from their families, educators, and a community like ours that values education. Academic achievement happens here. Grand Rapids Community Foundation, connecting with community.
Hi, I'm Doug DeVos. For more than 45 years, Junior Achievement has cultivated the entrepreneurial spirit among young people. Junior Achievement's curriculum, taught by Amway employees and other West Michigan volunteers, gives children the skills needed to succeed in the global marketplace. Preparing our youth to succeed in a global economy. That's how Amway and Junior Achievement are connecting with community.
Welcome back. Our next Connecting with Community Award finalist collaborates with local agencies, schools, businesses, and churches to offer educational opportunities for at-risk children and their families move towards self-sufficiency. We met many of the families reaping the benefits of this program, and this is what they shared with us. We're in Comstock, not Comstock Park, but east of Kalamazoo, where this week's Connecting with Community finalist follows a child from 6 weeks to 18 years old, preparing them for school, college, work, and life.
We're in the business of education, but kind of on a nonprofit perspective. Approximately 50% of our children are low income. We have a collaboration with the Comstock Public Schools, which we provide their preschool program.
Samantha's 4, she's in preschool. They're like our second family, I think, where it's like a big sister. Without them, she would not be growing, I think, the way she is.
We have had wonderful results. About 95% of our children are at core, which means that they're ready to move on into kindergarten.
Oh, well, I have 4, and they're all school age now. And I think that the staff is like a family of sort. And I think that is really, really what the glue that pretty much holds it together.
There's no way that we can be experts in everything. If we didn't have the support of the school, if we didn't have support of the volunteers from the churches and from the businesses, we would not be able to provide the level of service that we have.
Your kids can grow up in it. My oldest 2 are in the Community Learning Center's tutoring program. I just went to parent-teacher conferences last night, and they've shown great improvement.
Bringing people together to have a place that they're proud of, a place where we can all have a positive impact.
It's a partnership. We're all one and the same. I know that when she's here, they totally care about her as a kid growing up.
And if you get excited about education from the very beginning, that passion will follow you through.
This Connecting with Community Award finalist offers a gift to all involved with this organization. It took many individuals to make this dream come true and is now a reality. We took a tour of this home and can see why it is called Olivia's Gift. Here's her story. Calling a place home is something we all treasure. With young adults with disabilities, it can present a whole new set of challenges.
When Olivia was near 3 years old, she was in near drowning. So, I mean, she was a regular kid, now became a severely disabled little girl.
You know, it used to be in the olden days, if you had somebody with really severe impairments, you looked at an institutional kind of setting. And as a parent, you start looking for options of what is the right kind of place for somebody with real severe needs.
We worked with HUD of Kent County, we worked with Federal Home Loan Bank, we worked with Mary Free Bed, we worked with Perigo. So these kids have their very own apartment. They rent their apartment, so it gives them a sense of independence.
Krista's 22 years old, and she has, it's called Rett syndrome. She is nonverbal and requires care in every aspect of her daily living. She moved into Olivia's Gift, and I tell everyone it's like she got 5 new siblings. They're here together every day. They go to school, they do their activities together.
With the MOVE program, really only the school systems use that program because it requires a lot of equipment, it requires a lot of space. But Olivia's Gift was designed with that in mind.
One of the guys here who just took his first steps in his 20s using this MOVE equipment.
I can't even say enough about our staff because they take these kids on like they're their own brothers or sisters or siblings.
To create a place where people could rent their own unit, but then augment it with all of the special services that they need because of their high impairments. That hasn't been done.
This isn't our first home. Our goal is to continue to build these homes for other families.
Every person that has a disability should have the opportunity to have a place like Olivia's Gift.
Trying to find a job for anyone can be difficult, but even more so if you are a young adult with disabilities. This Connecting with Community Award finalist offers a unique partnership to help. We met some enthusiastic students who were learning, training, and many now working. Let's see how it works.
Project Search is a community collaboration to help students with disabilities find employment. For youth without disabilities, the unemployment rate is very high. For youth with disabilities, it's about 25 to 30%.
It's like a job training program where you can learn different job skills and get out into the real world. And I'm in RCC, which is Regional Consumer Credit. I copy and scan packages and checks and do check orders and folding letters. And
we work together with Grand Rapids Community College, 2 businesses, Fifth Third Bank and Spectrum Health, Hope Network, Michigan Rehabilitation Services, and Grand Rapids Public Schools.
It's not only given the students an opportunity, but it's really helped us in the workplace. Am I doing the best job I can do, or is there a better way to do it? And the students have really brought that to our department. He got the different experience in the different jobs that he had here and has brought them all together, and now he has full-time employment, and he's excited. Everybody he's worked with in the different rotations are excited to see him excel. So everybody wins at this. There's no losers in this project.
It's something that couldn't take place in a classroom setting. But they're being expected to behave as employees, they're being expected to communicate on a higher level.
And peers give them something that you're never going to get in a textbook and you're never going to get in a classroom. And that bonding, both the staff and the students grow from that.
Our goal is to teach them the whole, don't give us a person a fish, but teach them to fish. We're not here about giving them a job. We're hearing about teaching them how to find work and really how to be a part of their own community.
When we come back, we'll learn about a group effort to make homes safe for children. A partnership that uses an army of volunteers for the benefit of all of us and Mother Nature. And the winner of this year's Connecting with Community Awards. The Connecting with Community Awards, supported by our community partners.
Hi, I'm Doug DeVos.
And I'm Steve Van Andel.
Our fathers were entrepreneurs who believed that anyone who wanted to could start a business of their own. They began Amway in the basements of both our homes more than 50 years ago. With the help of our employees here in West Michigan, Amway and this entrepreneurial spirit has spread to millions of independent business owners worldwide, helping to inspire entrepreneurs globally and right here in West Michigan.
That's how Amway is connecting with community.
I'm Diana Seeger with Grand Rapids Community Foundation. Each year, high school students from all over Greater Grand Rapids work together on the Community Foundation's Youth Grant Committee. They identify needs, review grant applications, and make tough decisions about which nonprofits to support with $50,000 in funds. They also volunteer, recently planting trees with Friends of Grand Rapids Parks. Young people giving back happens here. Grand Rapids Community Foundation, connecting with community.
Our MBA programs are recognized as some of the best in the nation. Hi, I'm Tom Haas, president of Grand Valley State University. Students can attend full or part-time while gaining unique experiences. The 14-month full-time MBA program incorporates work at local companies, study in Washington, D.C., and experience with businesses and governments abroad. Grand Valley State University, creating talent and connecting with community.
Children with physical disabilities need extra support and encouragement as they grow. I'm David Van Elslander. Through the Art Van $1 Million Charity Challenge, we believe in partnering with organizations like the Conductive Learning Center. Their mission is to provide children with opportunities to grow. With an educational approach to rehabilitation, they help children develop to the highest level of independence in daily living. It's our commitment to support those who serve others. Art Van Furniture, connecting with community.
At Metro Health, we're passionate about keeping you well. That's why we offer everything from health screenings and cooking classes to lectures and fitness programs. It's our way of helping you live healthy.
In honor of Stroke Awareness Month, we're offering free blood pressure screenings from 10 to noon every Friday in May at all of our neighborhood physician offices and several other sites. Get a complete list at metrohealth.net.
Connecting with community with free screenings, because your health is our passion.
Hello, I'm John Irwin, president of Huntington Bank, where we believe in connecting with community, like providing opportunities for women to grow into tomorrow's business and community leaders through our Rising Women Leaders program.
Rising Women Leaders has been life-changing and invaluable in my personal, business, and community life. A new group of women are now beginning this professional journey as Huntington's Rising Women Leaders.
Watch them become the leaders of tomorrow in West Michigan. Huntington, connecting with community.
Welcome back. This Connecting with Community Award finalist works to make Grand Rapids housing safe so that children are not lead poisoned. We met a family whose little boy had lead detected in his blood. Through this partnership, the house and the little boy are lead safe. Let's learn more about this program. Keeping children safe from lead poisoning in your own home is something most parents haven't even thought about.
So we have an old house. My son got a finger poke test for lead. Lo and behold, we had lead in our windows and in our exterior paint of our house that was chipping very badly. Get the lead out was probably the first phone call I made.
Well, the basics of what lead does for a kid is it causes brain damage. It causes neurological damage.
And what we know about brain development is that 90% of brain growth is prior to the age of 3.
They're exposed because they're crawling around and getting this lead dust on their fingers. They're doing everything they should be, crawling, exploring the world.
That the neurological damage that lead poisoning causes will be with the child for life and manifest in many different learning disabilities.
ADHD, attention deficit disorder, hyperactivity. It can make it so a child has difficulty comprehending facts and figures, reading.
We were able to get contractors who are certified in working in lead remediation, and we had a crew of painters come out. And
our first grant was in 2003. And since that time, we've been awarded just over $16 million for this effort.
So far, the project has repaired almost 1,100 units, 1,100 units, and so that's a lot of children that have been protected.
We can really tackle this problem from many directions, through education, through the actual physical rehabilitation of the homes.
Usually you don't think of painters educating you or builders being able to help you make decisions that can save your family's life. So when you get the flyer in your door saying you could get a free lead test, call them, make that appointment. Now obviously they walk around and they play, and I don't have that fear anymore.
Our last Connecting with Community Award finalist works with many partners and volunteers whose whole purpose is to assist, maintain, and learn about our parks and protecting this West Michigan treasure. We caught up with a group of volunteers out in the field to see how it works. Connecting people with nature, recreation, and the community is what this finalist is all about.
We have almost 6,400 acres of land, and our staffing has not grown at the same rate that we've acquired our properties. West Michigan in general has just such a great volunteer ethic. And so we realized that, we could find ways of tapping into that.
The Friends of the Ottawa County Parks, we're an all-volunteer nonprofit organization that supports the Parks Department. We want you to enjoy the parks, we want your children and grandchildren to be able to enjoy the parks, and we want to protect the natural resources that we have here.
Now we've been able to kind of use the model that the Friends had already started in helping us connect with people who care about their natural world. In just 2 years, we were able to go and reach over 10,000 hours of volunteers. We do also have a great program that started with United Way called Adopt a Park. We are now up to 15 of our parks have been adopted.
Yeah, this partnership allows us to get our employees out working together, doing some team building in a fun way, gets us outside. Today we're pulling the garlic mustard weed. It's an invasive species to the area.
We've been working with a lot of schools to actually incorporate service learning, where they come and learn about the natural world and then how they can care for it through hands-on activities.
It's a win-win for everybody.
It's not the park system, it's their park system. It can't be done by one person, and that was one of those things I learned early on. It's too big of a task. It needs a community to be able to protect and maintain this beautiful place that we have here in West Michigan.
And now, the winner of our Connecting with Community Awards. Our community partners viewed each of the 8 Connecting with Community finalists and selected the winner based on their collaborative effort, how they addressed the problem or issue, what were their successes, and the overall impact. This year's recipient of the Connecting with Community Award is making an impact in the lives of high school students finding their career path. The winner was announced at our awards celebration. This year's Connecting with Community Award winners is the Grand Rapids Public Schools Academy for Design and Construction. This program offers high school students an opportunity to have mentors, internships, discoveries, and new different careers that they wouldn't normally have.
We're the Academy for Design and Construction, and our students are the winners because without the partnerships that we have from our community, they wouldn't be able to have the opportunities to see what it's like to be in construction or design, to see what they want to do with their future. So it's just an honor, and it's going to directly impact their lives forever.
They're learning a skill. They're learning to build our city, and I couldn't be more proud. And they were all thrilled, and it was just really exciting to see that group win.
The way they give real life experience and connect them, I'm using the connect word a lot, but connect them, with a mentor and with the next step in their life.
You saw the enthusiasm, you saw the passion, you saw the motivation, all of those things that these kids showed today, and the people who guided them is awesome.
These young people are seeing themselves in a different image, in a different light, and they're going out to the world and saying, I can do this now, I'm capable of it because people believed in me. That's what we recognize tonight.
This is fabulous. All the programs and projects we saw were absolutely top-notch.
I mean, it's just phenomenal to see so many people doing so much great work in this community here in West Michigan.
The Connecting with Community Awards are such a special moment in time for all of us to come together and celebrate our community.
It's amazing to see so many great partnerships at work, making our community an even better place to live. You can see all of the finalist stories at woodtv.com. Help us look for more great partnerships at work for next year's Connecting with Community Awards here on Wood TV 8. Congratulations to this year's Connecting with Community Award winners, Grand Rapids Public Schools Academy for Design and Construction.
And then our students are the winners because without the partnerships that we have from our community, they wouldn't be able to have the opportunities to see what it's like to be in construction or design, to see what they want to do with their future. It's going to directly impact their lives forever.
They're learning a skill. They're learning to build our city, and I couldn't be more proud.
The Connecting with Community Awards, supported by our community partners. Raising a child with special needs offers great joys and enormous challenges. Family Hope Foundation gives scholarships for therapy not covered by insurance.
We support children with any type of special need. Insurance coverage for many therapies is very limited, and families just simply can't afford what their children need.
Be part of the effort to bring hope to families. Visit thefamilyhopefoundation.org for information on how you can help. Family Hope Foundation, supported by Wood TV 8 and our community partners.
Connecting with Community is about all of us working together.
The power we have collectively is stronger than if we're alone.
We all bring value. Every voice counts.
How are you connecting with our community?
We can all help our community grow.
We're in this together.
Connecting with Community.